Man installs hidden camera in bedroom to see if his wife is faithful to him during his absence. A man suspects his wife of cheating and installs hidden cameras in the house to catch her red-handed. What he discovers in the end is far beyond his wildest dreams. Before the video starts, please subscribe to join our community. Your support helps us grow, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Will you, for God's sake, at least respond to Victoria? I'm asking you a question and you're acting as if you don't understand anything. Sam snapped at his wife as they were seated at the dinner table. "Well, Sam," Victoria said, obscuring her rage and cutting the meat from her plate. "It would be better if you lowered your voice a little. Kathy and Arthur slept just a while back, and I don't want them to wake up to their parents fighting like a pack of wolves." "I don't freaking care, Victoria," Sam retorted. "This bloody silence is getting on my nerves. Every day it's become like the same story. You don't even ask how my day was anymore, and if I try to talk to you, you just give me a vague response and go to bed. Are you fed up with this relationship? If so, just let me know because I'm tired as well." "Calm the hell down, Sam. It's just that I have a lot of work to do at home and I'm exhausted at the end of the day. Most of the time, I'm just thinking about how I'm going to finish the next day's work. And you know how the workload has grown, especially since Kathy was born." "Oh, come on, Victoria. Don't give me those stupid excuses. You are not the only mother and wife on the planet who is responsible for housework. I can see you don't give a damn about anything I say or do." "Well, Sam, if you're wondering whether we can go out this weekend, the answer is no. And if you have anything else to say, I'm sorry, but I don't have the energy to talk right now," she said as she got up and left. This was the third month in a row when things were pretty rough between Sam and Victoria. They had been a happily married couple for the majority of their marriage, but things began to fall apart after the birth of their second child, Kathy. Victoria no longer inquired about Sam's days and frequently ignored him. She also appeared to be more concerned about her health and figure, leaving for the gym early in the morning while Sam was still sleeping and returning home only to make breakfast for the kids and him. And while they were busy eating, she'd go for a shower and then return after everyone had left the house. Seeing Victoria's disinterest in their relationship and increased focus on herself, Sam began to suspect her of cheating on him. One day, much against his deliberation, he checked her phone when she was asleep and discovered that she had been talking to an unknown number every day for nearly a week. At that point, his mind instantly flashed back to the times he returned home from work and found their bed in a state of disarray. Has she actually been bringing a man to our home? Is she having an affair? Sam paused when he saw the number. However, he couldn't accuse her of infidelity until he caught her red-handed. So while Victoria was out with the kids one weekend, he installed hidden cameras in their bedroom, kitchen, and living room to keep an eye on her. As the weekday approached, Sam followed his usual routine. He had breakfast at 7 a.m., dropped the kids off at school at 8. But instead of going to the office, he pulled over to a park and sat in his car, keeping an eye on the camera's video feed. For the first few hours, it just showed Victoria cleaning, cooking, and doing dishes around the house. Then she leaves the house for a while and returns with a bag of groceries, indicating that she had gone grocery shopping. She goes to Kathy's room, brings the box in which Kathy kept her toys, and sits in the living room for a while as she puts them back in order. When Arthur returns home a few hours later, she makes him lunch, feeds him, washes the dishes, and then watches TV for a while. Was it wrong of me to have my doubts about her? Was she merely occupied with housework for the entire day? Sam sighed and pondered, but then he noticed something strange. Victoria calls someone on the phone and then heads to Arthur's room. A few minutes later, their neighbor's son, Alex, arrives, and Victoria sends Arthur out to play with them. She then goes to her room, dials someone, and speaks for almost half an hour. A few minutes later, she turns off all the lights in the room and leaves the bedroom door slightly ajar. Sam kept his gaze fixed on the screen, convinced that the man would enter quietly through the door and he'd finally catch his wife sleeping with him. But 20 minutes passed and nothing happened. Sam thought he was unnecessarily doubting his wife and was about to close his laptop. But just then, the door opens and Victoria's face shines brightly in the camera. She was using her phone. She suddenly looks at the door, smiles and motions for the person at the door to come in. Sam covered his mouth in shock when he saw Kathy entering the room with her school bag and switching the lights on. She jumps onto Victoria's bedside and hugs her tightly, which explained why the bed was always a mess. Victoria gives her a kiss on the cheek, and the two quickly exit the room. Despite what he witnessed, Sam still didn't want to believe his wife wasn't cheating on him. He reasoned that the man would probably visit Victoria some other day. So for almost a whole week, he stopped by the park every day watching the video feed in his car, hoping to catch his wife red-handed, but nothing of that sort happened. In the end, he realized he had doubted his wife for no reason. So when he got home that day, he bought her a bouquet of her favorite flowers and apologized to her for lashing out. He also admitted that he'd installed cameras in the house, and the two of them had a mature discussion about it, during which Victoria revealed that she'd been talking to her friend Samantha every day because she was moving into their neighborhood that month. Sam decided that he'd never doubt his wife again after that day, and he also hired a maid to assist her around the house. Victoria found it difficult to forgive Sam at first, but over time, she came to terms with the fact that things might have turned out differently if she had tried to explain her problem more clearly. So after a short period of time, she simply let it go and forgave him. Sam now assists her with housework on weekends, and they make sure to have time for each other and communicate effectively so that misunderstandings do not cause a rift between them. What can we learn from this story? Communication is important. If Sam and Victoria had sat patiently and talked out their problems, things wouldn't have escalated to the point where Sam felt the need to install cameras all over the house. Trust is very important in relationships. Sam realized he had been wrong to doubt his wife. He should have placed more trust in her in the first place.